Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for map 2 of the series. Dust2 is on the menu, and I'm excited to see how this one goes. Extra Salt, they've got a fair few reps on this. It's their map pick, and they're looking pretty damn strong after taking the dub on Inferno. Is it going to be a 2-zip, or is Renegades going to come with something out of their hats going into the second? Because we haven't seen a whole lot of Dust2 from them recently. So we'll see if they've got something in store for us. Either way, they have their choice of side, which seems to be the counter-terrorist side. Now, Mr. Pilskinator is going to be bringing you all the action with me, and he's going to tell you his thoughts on what's happening here in the pistol.
Well, seems like Extra Salt want to be going towards long. I'm seeing a lot of boys heading over in towards that direction. They've just got the one flash over the top, so they're going to be able to keep in a few extra. And actually, they're not stopping here. Straight up the wall.
Malta opting to go to Car, and it's a rough decision. Man gets overwhelmed by a whole lot of T's coming up. Ali unable to trade either, and it's going to be Marky taking heads off with that Glock. Nothing working out for Renegades here, as Sicko and Hats are going to be left in a 5-on-2, bringing it back to the 1-on-4, though. Sicko able to finally have a little bit of success down in CT, but Fang is going to be jumping down and shutting down the round as well. So Extra Salt off to a very good start, taking the T-pistol.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Really, on the opening parts of a lot of these T sides, they have just, you know, been bringing pace like that time and time again.
Yeah.
It's been quite difficult for Renegades to deal with. Almost, you switch to the POV of one of the CTs and it's just overwhelming. Too many targets to deal with.
Well, Renegades did try in that first round of the series, but remember how that one went?
No, I actually don't.
15-second round.
Oh, yeah. That was a great pistol. Anyway, look, Renegades are force buying up, but two players are not buying, and those are the two that I imagine want to get a double AWP going.
And there it is, OC. Floppy fighting out mid, picking up 3 easy-looking kills. So these pistols not laying down the work that Renegades were expecting. An Extra Salt happily keeping 5 alive for the moment. Not going to be hunting too hard. Fang here, just locking down bedroom. I'm not going to make sure the round is 100%ed.
We'll see if they're able to get through it without losing too many of these rifles. Mostly just invested in those. It's just the one scout on JT.
Malta. Looking to connect at long range here. Headshot found. Going to connect on a JT. Given a fair few opportunities here. But it's whipped shots both ways. Ince might be able to strike here if JT goes around the corner, which he will. But JT wins that one.
Who gets one beat after all of that.
After all that. Hey? Malta knew he was coming.
After 33 clips, he can't kill him, and then Ince dies. That's like something out of a Saw movie. If you can't do this, your friend will die.
Oh, well. JT, where's this molly going? Straight towards bottom mid. It hasn't gone as deep as expected. It's got that mid push, but it reroutes Malta into lowers. Either way, Extra Salt, they're not going this way at all. Just sending it straight up long.
They're just sending it in general, mate.
Yeah. Not giving Renegades a chance to react, man. They are just taking fights left, right, and center and winning them as well. Fang from the top of mid chiming in on the Sicko. And Malta, the man who's brought the Deeg into the round, will manage to utilize it. Get that AK in hand. That'll be nice for the economy if it's saved, but Extra Salt, they are very much going towards him. Although they were, Marky hits the brakes. Says, you know what, an AK won't be too bad.
Not bad to hold on to that if you're Malta. Can throw it over to one of the other boys or just hold on to the extra cash. Good to get a bit of extra money this early on, plus that one bullet potential always helps out. But Extra Salt, they've had a good couple of opening rounds to this half. They've kicked it off beautifully. Their money's looking strong. Which is a scary prospect for Renegades because Extra Salt are playing very, very well today. And this is their map pick. Renegades, however, no strangers to Dust2 for the 99% of people who don't watch Oceanic Oceania domestically. Dust2 is a very often played map between the top couple of teams.
Yeah.
Which means that Renegades get a lot of reps on it. But not against this level of competition.
Ooh, sharp shot. Unfortunately, not connecting. Either way, Ali ends up with that long control. An extra salt now looking to take a little bit of mid. Ends on short. Not going to be spotting too much. Did send that nade down, which doesn't connect either. So everyone untouched for the moment, and Renegades, they've got this long control.
Yep. Bit of a default from extra salt. Prog smoke out of B from Marky, who's applying that utility pressure. Mid to B smoke thrown out as well. So Renegades, a difficult position. Molotov to back flap. You can see Floppy probing for that long pick. He's going to take the duel with Malta here. But opts to fall away.
Just a very slow approach. Extra salt though. Gonna send up the short smokes. Not going with it though. Molly stopping them in their tracks for the moment. On a decent amount of time, and the second one goes through. Big chip damage, but the CT still need to connect. There's a collateral for Ali. Floppy. Bit of redemption for him, and extra salt still looking to win the round.
Yep. Got ins. Next point of contact. He's going to catch Floppy, trying to fall back towards short, and he's going to give him a dink for his troubles. For Salt, 15 seconds. I'm not even sure they have time to go B.
They're going to try regardless. Marky looking to go forward. OC falls, and Floppy, not going to be one to bait. Just goes out and falls as well, just making sure they all die before the time hits 0. And there it is, Renegades on the board early. 1 and 3 up against extra salt here.
Double AWP retained, and 4 guns surviving. That's a great way to kick off the round. Molotov does make both of those players quite squishy, and Alice is able to line himself up a collat. So, good defense. Extra salt straight back into the buy though, and they're going to go for some long control. A couple of players over here for Renegades are going to continue to contest, but the layering of the flashes was not good enough. And that's going to give Marky a double entry. Fangs spotted Alice there over towards Car as well. Surely he goes down. And this is a nightmare for Renegades.
Again, finally winning a round, and then it goes south quickly. Sicko, one of the 2 remaining players spotted here towards CT, threads the needle behind these cross smokes. Has thrown one of his own. But Hats going back deep into CT. Looking to play it solo rather than together here, making sure that there's no B lurk. But OC edging slowly up short, just trying to find the headshot line. Sicko, oh, he backs out into the open, and that's going to be a round on a silver platter. OC goes down over the top as well. Hats looking over towards long instead, and there you have it. Extra salt, 4 on the board. Off to a blitzing start of the T side here on D2.
Should be a save out of Renegades, but wouldn't be surprised to see something like this. I was thinking more of a hero rifle, but hero AWP onto ins. Not even any armor invested in. And he's going to try to win the round with it, or do some damage at least. Boosted up onto Cat, but that's not where Extra Salt are headed. It is edging their way into B. And it's going to be given to them for free.
Fang trying to connect here. Hats playing a dangerous game. Just jiggling. Connects that USP. Ali, Bink, and then the follow-up as well. That's a rifle retrievable. 2 Ts quite low. Floppy here at lowers is looking to go forward and stop that AK from being utilized. Malta coming in with the deagle. Will get that trade eventually, so still a winnable situation, but Ince, he's happy just to play around the ore pit. Look to carry that across in the next. Extra salt, I dare say, they're going to be walking out with a 5th here, but we'll see what Malta can do.
No kids here, so more than likely just going to be the exits in from Renegades, trying to make this an expensive round, but this is more than good enough if they can do so. Love this from Malta.
Yeah, he's going all the way. No one exiting tunnels, so he's trying to get in behind enemy lines, and he will. This could be 3 in falling, but Malta Can't hit Marky, who will survive with the AWP in the end. So Renegades losing a fair amount, not saving both those weapons.
That's fine.
But they've done huge damage to the Extra Salt economy.
Yeah, that's just what they wanted. They're going to get attack timeout in here. Extra Salt. They lost 4 guns there. At least they had a couple of players who had plenty of money in the back pocket, but it is going to take a bit of a toll on their money. You can see a couple of players getting a little bit low in terms of the cash. Another buy through for Renegades. They started well in that first gun round, but instantly Extra Salt hit back. I feel like that's kind of been the tale of this series. For the most part, you get a couple of good rounds in here from Renegades, but they've kind of been a little bit too flat and a little bit too slow to start in both of these games so far. I mean, haven't seen a lot of Dust2 yet, whereas Extra Salt are looking much more consistent. They're playing very up-tempo. They're playing very confident. And once again, it's going to be another quicker contest towards long 8.
Malta flashing his way in, and JT caught in the open. OC trying to play around that smoke with the AWP, and he will do so successfully. Insto falling away, unable to find anything through that smoke, but Ali, however, connects onto one more, keeping that man advantage. Heads up play, expecting the aggression up short already. Great comms coming through from RNG.
Yeah, and, you know, during all of this A fight, CSGO has pushed lower dark ages ago and got a lot of info, which allows Renegades to continue to lean towards this A side of the map. See if Extra Salt can put together a 2-on-4 here, though. OC has played quite well this series overall, and Marky's had some great multi-frags. He'd be another good time for one. OC takes a bit of damage on the cross, but he's going to get across the site. In comes the flank from Hats.
Trying to find a line. OC back into the open. A rough position for him to play from. Mollied into the open part of site. Now it's up to Marky to clutch here. And they know his exact position. Swinging wide. Managed to get that one tap onto CSGO. Nasty shot.
He only had time to fire one bullet, but it was still good enough for a kill.
And there you have it. Renegades locking down a second, but Extra Salt, they've already managed to get 5 rounds on the T side. Any more, and it's getting extremely dangerous for Renegades. So we'll see what they're going to be able to do, because they've managed to secure 2 AWPs into this next round.
The money's super weird for Extra Salt. I'm not sure what you want to be doing here. Can put together a buy if you want to drop some weaponry over. You could even go for a bit of a half buy and just have some investment in a hero rifle. Scout for OC, a whole bunch of deeks. Definitely don't mind that approach. Money for Renegades is not built up yet, so these kind of weaponries can take some guns out of the hands of Renegades and allow Extra Salt to still invest quite heavily into that next round. AWP versus Scout, but OC still making it a scary prospect. Alistair not keen on that re-peek.
Yeah. OC does not miss too much, but CSGO back on the stick, hitting those flicks and looking for some more as well. This map really is OC's playground, isn't it?
Every map's OC's playground, dude.
It really is that way sometimes. Off angle from Hats, though, successful.
I mean, speaking of which, the first time I saw OC play, I think, was a 40 bomb on overpass running around in the playground on that map.
Oh, yeah.
And he hasn't really disappointed many maps since then that I've seen from him. Pillar of consistency.
Whoa.
Bloody hell.
Floppy looking for that entry back into the round as well as back into the A site. Ints, he's just hiding there. That Goose. Swinging for the info. OC can't connect this time. CSGO. Secondary open now for Renegades. Definitely still proficient with that weapon. Now, Floppy and Marky. Back up short where Floppy was before. Flash gets the info and Lions ends up for success. He's waiting for the swing. Will connect onto another. And he's starting to get a few kills on the board. Starting to fire up. Man is playing with that A4. I wonder who picked that one up.
Not sure. Let's straight back into the next gun round for Extra Salt. They were just looking for a bit of damage there. They didn't really find too much. Well aware they're going up against the double AWP. I'm noticing that Renegades are dropping HE nades into CT spawn to be able to nade catwalk against the default or try to play bomb plant denial on that A site.
Yeah.
We've seen from a few teams. Again, this long contest comes in straight away, and it doesn't seem like there's anything Renegades can do to avoid getting killed by Marky.
Even if Floppy's out taking point, Marky's right behind him, connecting onto a whole damn lot. Ali just jumping over those bullets, hoping for some safety. He's going to send it back with that wall of smokes as well, but that's costly because Renegades now have no more smokes to play with on that A site.
Yeah, and they boosted the AWPA up onto the site. Meanwhile, Extra Solid going back towards B, and it looks like a perfect timing for Fang.
Yeah. 2
players just fell off that line, and he's been given space to walk straight into tunnels now. False sense of security here for Renegades. They're anticipating a route back in towards middle. Oh, Hats. He has to go huge here.
And he will, finding one. Molly dropped just to maintain his life. And another split up the troops from the T's coming out of upper dark, but Fang ready for the swing at window and Sicko falling. It was close, but no damn cigar just yet. Fang falling as well. Malta decides to go forward on his own, and Hats and Ali have a rough job to do here. Floppy still so damn low, but it's the B site on D2. Molly will be going to the right position at least, and Floppy going to be going down with the ship. OC, Marky, double under window. This is a dangerous one, but a Renegade's going to be able to figure it out. Who's taking contact here? Looks like OC will be first to be spotted. Ali going straight up close range. There's the first, but definitely not expecting the second man. Trigger, discipline, so damn good. And Marky, can he get it over the line? He will, just barely. Renegades left it too little, too late, and that's a sixth for Extra Salt.
Yeah, but not without taking a lot of financial casualties. Have to fully reinvest and scrape the bottom of the bank accounts. Renegades money not looking too great either, though. Malta down on that 2.6 means that they will take a half bite. Try and make this an expensive one. I feel like both teams have been broke for a lot of this half.
You just don't see that set up in a post plant too often because it is so dangerous.
It was beautiful.
If someone comes through window, they're clearing that.
Yeah. No, that was beautiful from Extra Salt. Love it.
Flash out. Fully 5-manning out towards the B site, but Inta's here and he's firing up with the Deagles. Ali, 5-7 headshot as well, so keeping it even for the moment. Might be able to have the isolated fight with Floppy, who goes back to reload and slows things down here.
Yep. Getting messy for Extra Salt, and these are not guns that they can afford to replace right now. Scavenging more and more utility, re-smoke on door, another Molotov actually pushes Malta forward. He takes a tick from it, but he might have had timing to deny the plant, perhaps. Would have been close. Unlikely, to be honest.
That's the issue. You can see that shin, but he's only got that USP, and the angles not favouring Ali there at all. Head taken off, 3 haircuts from OC. That's a 4-round lead. Extra Salt. If they can get the majority here on the T slide, I am so worried for Renegades.
I think Extra Salt are playing a whole lot better outside of like the first 9 rounds of Inferno.
Whoa. Paul went out for team renewal. Sprouts knocked him out.
Yeah. It's not, you know, super surprising.
No.
Renewal of some point last year may have been competitive in an event like this, but not current day renewal, unfortunately.
So quick update from the B stream, but Marky,
quick update,
again.
Marky's deleted 2 people out long, once again.
Man is on fire at the moment. Entering up a storm, Ali, in no man's land, and he's not going to be able to get back to safety. Floppy taking his head off, jumping. There you have it. Sicko, Gonski's OC pushing out on the other side of the map, and Renegade just cannot find an answer here up against Extra Salt.
Yeah, Extra Salt's just bullying them. This is crazy. Just feels like Renegades are kind of getting outskilled at the moment. The individual riflers are just sharper and more on point from Extra Salt right now.
What I feel like we're not seeing a lot of, although I haven't been paying a huge amount of attention to, you know, the first 5 seconds of every round, is a lot of teams are sending that those CTs up mid into lowers, getting that early aggression going and keeping the Ts thinking. But for Renegades, haven't seen a whole lot of it.
We saw CSGO go into lower dark, and it was quite successful.
Malta here as well. Readjust, can't connect. Floppy.
He's looking sharp, man.
Yeah.
That was the Kirsten. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, apologies. JT just going to be holding. He's gone out for the moment. Back to the boost over the top. It was a little dangerous. Took a tick in the flames and marking out. Looking at entry out towards the B site instead. Hats, though, offline, hidden behind the car. He's going to be able to find that headshot. He'll fall eventually. No trade through the window. An extra assault, all 3 players for them here. Same can be said for Renegades, looking to make their way in through window alley. Connected on by OC. And it's rough. It's deciding which weapon he wants to use. The knife or the deagle. Still just trying to tap some heads here. Go falling. Fang. Not patient any longer. Man's just pushed his way out window. Buffed up that HLTV rating with a couple of eco frags. And Renegades taking yet another timeout. This is something that they've been doing well, is taking timeouts at great times. Issue is, I think it's too far gone at this point.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they need to scrape all 3 of these together at the end of the half.
Yeah,
most
to
likely.
have any chance in that second. Although, I feel like it's been a while since we've seen Renegades play Dust2. Like, I can't remember them ever taking it to Dust2 back here in Oz. Not in recent times.
Well, usually it gets picked against them, right?
Yeah, like a X-Style Wolves or LFO, whatever you want to call them. Usually take them to it.
Yeah, last time they played it a little while ago.
Looking like we are just going to see extra salt. Oh, they wanted the contact out behind that molly, but Hats drops the smoke and buys an extra second or so. CSGO now in lowers again. Ali, very aggressive here on Cat. Looking to go toe-to-toe with the big man OC, who's not missing much. Slow peek. Baits out the shot. But Ali, unable to trade. Blows. CSGO, however, dominating lowers. And here it is. A man advantage for Renegades, something that they've needed.
Extra Salt have that long control though. Gonna get those cross smokes kicked off, flashes over car, Molotovs into some of these annoying positions. See Renegades using those HE nades quite nicely, trying to chip away at these teams before they can get on the site. There's so many Molotovs being invested by both teams, but Alistair's got the opening pick.
Great molly into the middle of sight as well, just to buy some extra time. Malta dropping a smoke of his own, so Ali can keep on dancing here at elbow. Marky, though, going forward and allowing there to be enough space to get that plant down. Now the CTs have to be the one going forward, and Hats is going to do just that, expecting the aggression, but OC's alive and kicking. One man swinging, no trade from the CTs just yet up on site. Malta connects, and it's the one bullet necessary. There's another round, but I saw a world where OC won that one.
Yeah, I felt like it was coming together. Hey, he's 18 and 6 right now. Third. And even if those aren't round-winning frags from OC, they are difficult frags to stomach as a Renegades team trying to put this comeback together, because it's going to kind of bankrupt them, which means every round they get closer to getting reset. And with 2.9 loss bonus, if you've got $0 in the bank account and you lose this round, you're not feeling great heading into that last round of the half, I'll tell you that. Different pacing from Extra Salt. They were trying to go for that late long control. CSGO in the meanwhile picks JT trying to run up Cat.
Just holding this utility, Renegades realizing that if they can't win the battle for long, they can certainly win that battle for short and A site. Using those smokes as a bit of safety.
Renegades just playing retake on long. Happy to post that all up near the baskets. And just like deja vu. Extra Soldier on long. They're going to throw different smokes this time. Deep smoke, towards CT.
Oh, you're looking to take a fight. See if it works in their favour. Ali. Trying to get up towards that short smoke. Which I believe missed the mark. That was... Or maybe not. Maybe it was to force Ali out into elbow. There comes that smoke just in the nick of time. And Ali again just waiting for the jump up on the box. Bams from that AK. It's going straight past Ali. He's just looking to survive that molly at Gandalf as well, forcing him to stay aggressive. Molly to default. Floppy has those boxes to still play around. Hat slowly but surely pushing up over towards the ramp. Not expecting the second man. Floppy gazing down to the CT from sight. They know that Ali's still stuck here at Wizard. It's trying to help the man's out, but Floppy able to get so much work done. There's another, and the last man's position is known for 1 HP. Ali's going forward and survives on just 5. No 10 rounds for Extra Salt just yet. Ali was such a distraction, but Floppy almost got the ace clutch. Oh, what a game, huh?
Yeah, it feels like that old C9 core back in full swing. It's Floppy and OC absolutely doming this series. Feel that makes a lot of the NA boys, brings a tear to their eye, Mac, I'm sure.
Reliving the golden days, huh?
Yep. And, I mean, look, if it keeps on this way, you might see him over there in the EPL groups.
Oh.
So you can get used to it.
Well, not yet. They've still got Renegades to get past fully. And then, you got the big dogs, Mad Lions tomorrow. Big Cats, rather, I guess.
Extra Salt on for big timing, it looks like. It's just Hats here. Absolutely no utility at all. Sicko's going to flash him on the line. Oh, never mind. Oh, there it is.
Stay patient. There's that line found. Hats has played here a few times, though, and you can see that Extra Salt are fully aware of it. Trying to get on those lines. JT, criminal to outshoot Ali there, who's managed to get the leg. That's not what you want to see. If you're a Renegades fan, or an Australian staying up till 4 AM watching this game.
This two-man crossfire could be deadly for Renegades, so Mac.
Sicko. What's he going to be able to do here? Look to take point. He'll fall, but Hats finds 2. Not the third, though. But it's back to that 2v2 again. This time, though, Renegades, they've got much better weapons than pistols. Ince was thinking about going for the timing, but OC was so far away. The push would have probably netted the round, but it's a flash to window. Floppy aware that the CTs are blind. Ince able to trade. And they seem to be aware that that flash has come from the left side of sight. Ince just waiting for the line, but Extra Salt, they've got OC. Full faith in the man, and they've got 10 rounds as well going into halftime. if you didn't have enough in the first half. Fortunately, Counter-Strike, it's a great game, and it allows teams to play both sides, and it involves the second half. And that's what we're going into, Mitch.
That's crazy, dude.
Crazy theory.
I only just learned that today. Today I learned. Insane. Well, Renegades, they're going straight out long here. Only the one smoke and Molotov, and that smoke is going run through mid to B from outside along. Floppy going to take contact over towards this A site, but the rest of the CTs are trying to get into position.
Ooh.
Got some USPs on the cross, taking long-range duels, and all of these Renegades players are dropping.
Just nothing going right for them, but Extra Salt hitting some sharp ones. So definitely deserving of the two-man advantage. JT 1 HP to play with. Floppy as well, drawing a whole lot of attention here, just surviving over towards Gandalf in the open. Fang falling. Smolta connects with the 2-tap. Looking for a little more as well. Marky trying to go forward. Trying to thin out the numbers here of Renegades, but there it is, 2 quick ones, and now Renegades in a solid position to maybe clutch out the round. The P250 in the hands of Ali could do huge work, and it does, closing out the round, knowing Floppy was still there, waiting over towards Wizard. And it's a 6th on the board. Renegades finally getting their mitts on a pistol.
Yeah, good to see. Get that confidence rolling. It just hasn't looked like Renegades have been super on point since the first couple of rounds of Inferno. Extra Salt have definitely looked like the sharper and more switched on team so far in this series. But look, you get a couple rounds rolling for you. Renegades definitely notorious for being slow starters.
And Floppy just waiting for Ali to keep on keeping on. Just spotting that short aggression. RNG expecting Extra Salt to go for a bit of a push, bit of a prod here or somewhere.
Yeah, sound cues of the grenades heard by Fang will help Extra Salt to understand that there has been long control taken by the Ts. Smoke to Xbox as well. Denies info for any team movements straight up catwalk. So Extra Salt actually don't really have a great idea of what's going on right now. You can see the CT shifting back and forth towards A. But now they're back towards mid and B, and actually they've ended up in a pretty decent setup to try to defend this B hit from Renegades.
Very close indeed. And he's thrown a Molly over towards short, looking to draw some rotations back, but the man's not going to go up and fully sell it. JT now connecting and spotting more information. Stuck at the back of sight, but again, connecting to the Ali and Malta, sending them within one-shot range of these Deagles and Renegades. They're walking into the stack now, 30 seconds. They can fall away, but it's cost them 2 players, and the 2 remaining ones are so damn low. Fang is going to mop things up. 4 alive at the end for Extra Salt, and RNG are going to lose to the pistols again.
Yeah. Well, mostly scouts, Mac.
Mostly scouts, but
this time. 3
to
scouts
the
and 2
anti-eco,
pistols.
they don't win the anti-eco. They do the Australian thing, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Classic Australia. Everything's upside down. The team with the worst weaponries gets to win. I don't know, opposites day, something. You know, there was a good joke in there somewhere. Renegades, I don't know if they can financially or mentally recover from that, but we'll see. They're going to take another timeout and try to make a force buy happen.
Yeah, they do have 13 more rounds to play with. Extra Salt need 5 of those to close it out. Renegades need 10.
Quick maths.
Yes.
With your boy Mac. I'd tune into that segment.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, I might make that then. You ready for a bit of content?
You are content, Mac. Your life is content.
Thank you. I try to be content. Either way, Scout's looking to reign supreme again. Malta connecting onto JT, who's got a scout of his own, which means he can still definitely have some influence in the round. But RNG getting close to mid doors nice and early. Looks like there's going to be a flash coming through. And a tag onto Marky forces him back into CT. That flash, Floppy looking to go for the re-aggression, but it is going to be the Tech 9 to trade through. OC falling as Ali connects onto another, and we are going to see this push up short now. Only Fang here to hold, but the man's got an AK and a solid line to try to stop this push to sight. Flash forcing him over the idiot wall for the moment. But the numbers there for Renegades.
Yeah, plant for short. Hats is still deep on catwalk, which means he can control this mid-rotation. Very nicely done. Oh, jumping shot from the scout there. Marky and Fang, they put in so much work on Inferno, multi-fragging with the rifles, and that's exactly what they could need for them to pick this round up. Fang's got a kit.
It's going to right. Extra salt. Gonna tap it, looking for that info. Marky again, just hoping to get another jump scout on the board. There's that info, swinging Fang off the bomb, and Hats just waiting for that second tap to come through. But great patience for Fang for the moment. Marky not gonna be picking up the line just yet, but he does get that AK, and he's gonna get away with it. However, falling to the bomb. So a costly round for Extra Salt, and Renegades off the back of the force win it. But the money.
The money's cooked for both teams. They're both broke. They both have no loss bonus.
Everywhere. This round is actually so important for both teams to try to stabilize something.
I mean, if Extra Salt takes this round, they're setting themselves up for the win. They could go into the anti-eco or anti-force. Maybe Renegades would force up, depending on how many CTs survive, and try to take control of this half. For Renegades, this represents an opportunity to try to make this a closer game than it has felt like. The scorelines, you know, at the end of this series, I don't think will really do it justice for how solid Extra Salt has felt. A lot of the time, it feels like Renegades are winning these rounds. They're very scrappy, you know. They're doing a lot of the right things, but the aim and the mechanics hasn't felt super on point, whereas Extra Salt have felt super sharp and on point all night. AWP for OC. We're putting our faith in Floppy and OC, the dynamic duo, the classic. Not a bad strategy, if you ask me. As for Renegades, a bit more well-rounded of a buy. They've got plenty of util to work with. They really wouldn't be anticipating an all-pin around like this, though, Mac. You know, think about it. You just win that force buy.
Yeah.
There's no way you go, all right, maybe the CT side has an AWP. And you can see that with the way they're playing. There's not flashes onto these lines. They're kind of working their way through the map, dry peeking a lot of stuff. So it's a wonder that OC hasn't got a pick by now. And maybe that's why. That's pretty insane. Soon as he pokes his head out middle, Alistair snapped it off with the rifle of all things. So the Danger Man's taken out of the equation. That's good news for Renegades, but maybe Fang was the Danger Man after all.
Definitely seems that that's the case now, but Renegade just smashing their way up short. Good setup from JT and Marky, who's going to be looking to take contact here. JT able to find a head with one, and he's going back for a little more as well, falling away and hoping that the rest of the long players can come in and help, and they're certainly going to be doing that. Floppy with 2 on the M4. And Hats has to go for that reload. Can't get the magazine in time to fight for his life, and Extra Salt, they get it done. Now look at that economy for Renegades. Oh, God.
Now we force again. Time to re-roll the dice.
Well, NA fans out there hoping for that 2-zip. Extra Salt just need 4 more. We managed to carry an AK across into this round. OC going to be grabbing onto that piece of weaponry. RNG didn't really have a spawn for anywhere. Just playing slow with the deeks here.
Just don't have grenades, dude.
Yeah.
With a smoke and a flash. It's no nuance in a round like this for Renegades. They got to hit some shots and hit a nice timing. As for Extra Salt, they can definitely leverage this utility advantage to win this round. And they'd be the team to do it as well. These guys are usually super on point with their util usage.
I was just waiting for them to screw up a smoke as you said that. Didn't happen though. Ints isolated out mid, not going to get the better of Fang this time.
Yeah, or last round. Looks like Fang's kind of his kryptonite right now.
Look at Fang's HP though. Old patch, that's a kill. This patch, definitely not. Floppy again, extremely sharp with these A1s. And that molly is going to split up the T's again, as you mentioned. Util on point. Yep. Just isolating these fights. Now Hats and Sicko have to land some nasty ones, but they're just going to line up. OC.
Oh, God.
Happily taking that.
This is the worst case scenario for Renegades. Extra Salt go 13-7. into an anti-eco after they had 5 alive. They can now build up their money. And even heading into that 14-7 gun round number 22, Renegades are going to have like this 4 to 4.5k buy where they each have a couple of grenades. Very hard to like run a default with a buy like that. You know, you're kind of pigeonholed into some certain kind of strategies because you're lacking extra flashes, you're lacking those Molotovs.
Sicko gets that bink with the Glock, but there's no one else there to follow up, and the CT's happily just swarming into Lower Dark, looking to control the objective. Renegades, they've got the A site, but no bomb to plant, so where to from here? Might still have an isolated fight with OC up short, who's happy to take this fight for the moment, pulling out the secondary. Have to empty in that AK mag, but Marky comes in with the final frag, and it's 14 on the board for the Americans. And Renegades using their final timeout right here, right now. So they are not going to have a chance to chit-chat on this comeback.
Yeah. So we'll see what Renegades are going to put together in a round like this. Malta goes down to the Khalil to make sure he's got a full util set. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. Sicko and Hats, Smoke Flash, that's it.
Well, flashes on D2, extremely important.
For sure.
Let's see. We do actually have Malta, who's got long spawn. Having a geeze at the map there. As well as the A players going off the spawns. I can't tell who it is. I think it's JT. No, it might be Fang, who's got that long spawn. So we'll see who gets to the corner first, but there is a whole lot of flashes.
I don't think you can do a long take with this spawn or this utility if you're Renegades.
They went the other direction, and Marky full force into lowers. It's going to be a 2-for-2 trade, though. Malta falling, and there it is. RNG just down to 2 players already. It's instant alley. So if there's anyone you'd back on a good day, it's probably these 2.
That's actually a brilliant call from Extra Salt. They started that round out with a couple of lackluster rifles, but they know the money situation Renegades is in. You're probably not taking long control. So an uppers crunch in that round is actually such a sick call out of Extra Salt.
Getting that first pick and then trading 1-for-1 afterwards favours them. 2 smokes used for the cross. Bit of a gap on the left here, Ins. Smacked by that nade and chipped away at as well. Who's looking for the line? It's Ali now 1v3, make it 0v3. Extra Salt, match point. 8 of them to play with. Oh. This is looking devastating for Australians, but beautiful, spectacular showing for the Americans today.
I think you got the answer to your question.
What was the question?
You asked it at the start of the series. You said, who am I going to cry about and who am I going to be happy for?
It's crazy emotions, running wild. But let's see what Renegades can do with their backs against the wall. It is going to be Extra Salt chiming into the round with 2. It's a 2-for-2 for the moment. OC standing strong with 9 HP. Gets that headshot onto Sicko. Definitely could have gone either way, but Renegades looking to commit to this long take, no matter how long it takes. And OC, ooh, spotted on the fadeaway. Hats on the line. Showing that bomb as well. So we'll see if Extra Salt managed to go for the 2-man rotation. Looks like Marky is adventuring back towards A here.
Some weaponry upgrades as well. For the Renegades boys. 1 flash to potentially assist a retake here for the Extra Salt lads. Hats has got a smoke. Would help on the cross somewhere. And both teams kind of just walking around, buddy system in full effect. But Marky doesn't want to be buddies anymore.
Well, JT getting into a relatively solid position, knowing that the T's were at long here at Car. You've still got a decent amount of cover, as well as the ability to fade away too long. You do spot the T's making their way up short, but where's he looking? Peeking, how's the timing? Head could be spotted if the T's are heads up. They're out in the open now and spotted. There it is, JT. Not going to be able to close out the festivities yet. Hats. Man is looking to clutch things up and keep the dream alive for the upper bracket for Renegades.
kind of been the standout for Renegades in this series, to be honest. Was the highlighted player in the heads-up head-to-head.
Marky edging at CT, head spotted. Hats needs to connect and he will. There it is. AK looking good in the hands of this man. 21 kills on the board here on Dust2. So really putting Renegades in that backpack. However, still 7 rounds to go, and they're playing for OT.
Yeah, and they only had one alive, which means their money still sucks.
Yeah.
So there's very little good news for the most part. Then extra salt goes sweet. Now we get another sick double orb buy with full util. Still quite favoured. Yeah, low control. Good utility usage for Renegades. Gets Molto out of there without too much of a commitment. It's a good piece of map control.
Yeah, interesting. No one going with him at all. Just still sending a few players down towards mid here. JT eyes on the prize and takes out the carry. Hats. Not in existence.
Oh! Interesting. We got JT on the double up because Sonic's not in the roster anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't really think about that dynamic.
JT having a relatively slow game. But definitely have an impact when it matters. And look, when the other boys are doing as well as they are, happily jump in that backpack. But at the minute mark now, Renegades looking to reroute back towards long. Maltz is on that short side. Floppy reacts in time, survives on 10 HP. Now OC going to be posted on that long corner. Extra salt, that could be the info they were looking for. In's looking to make his way up short and things could go south quickly. OC connects and it's a 2-on-5 for Renegades to fight for their life. Mitch, I think it could be all she wrote here.
Most likely. Seeing In's trying to fight up towards Catwalk here. And he's got one, but he's all on his lonesome. He's locked behind a smoke. Bomb's dropped in the open at long. It's done.
This is exactly how it ended on Inferno, and it's similar scenes here on D2. 16-8, 2-0. The North Americans continue in the upper bracket and go on to take on Madline.